In this quick tutorial, we're going to show you how you can add an image to your 2D window and use that to trace your pattern. The image I'm using is in the description of the video. We're going to start by right-clicking in the background of our 2D window and choosing Format 2D Background. This window then opens up, and I'm going to start by finding the image that I want to use. My image is right here on my desktop, and it is titled Dress, and I'm going to click Open. Now this image is very large, so to start with, I'm going to change the scale to 35%. You can change the opacity if you'd like. I like to leave it at 50% so that I can see the silhouette of my avatar through the pattern. And then I'm going to click OK. Next, I'm going to use my polygon tool here to trace the outline of my pattern. I like to start by clicking on a corner and drawing straight lines to begin with. You can choose to click and drag to create curves if you would like. To close, you go back to where you started and click that point, and your pattern will fill out. I'm going to do the same thing for the back here, again drawing straight lines. I'm going to go back in after and add all the curves. Before I start to add the curves, what I'd like to do is to be able to see through my pattern so that I can see the lines in the image. I can do this by using the translucent effect on my pattern surfaces here. This allows me to see through the patterns that I drew and make edits to lines, not only where they are, but then in this case I'm going to use my Edit Curvature tool to create the curves for the various parts of my patterns. When you use the curvature tool, the curve that it creates adds Bezier handles, which allow you to go back in and make edits to your curves if you feel like you need those curves to be more exact. The last thing I'm going to do here is turn on my line lengths, and I'm going to change the lengths of these darts here to make sure that they match. I'm going to make the shorter parts of the darts longer so that they match up. And just like that, I have drawn these patterns here from the image that I have placed in the background. To finish this garment off, I'm going to go back to my front textured surface, and I'm going to go back to the Format 2D Background, and I'm going to reset the background image. To sew my garment together, I'm going to first select these two pieces here in my 2D window, right-click and say Symmetric Pattern with Sewing. Then I'm going to arrange these here in my 3D window, turning on my arrangement points, oops, not my bounding box, my arrangement points, selecting the front arrangement points and the back arrangement points. Now, because I have used my arrangement points here, I can use a feature in Clo that is going to make sewing these together easy. If I would like, I can slide these down and open these up so that they are separated. It is not necessary to do this. Again, the next technique can only be done if you use arrangement points to arrange the patterns around your avatar. What I'm going to use here in version 7 is auto sewing. I click the auto sewing button here. This window opens up. I'm going to count this as a top Front type, for right now, I'm going to say closed, based on that I might put a zipper or a placket in there. I don't have to worry about the collar seam right now, so I'm just going to leave it on auto. And I'm going to click OK. Again, if you have placed your pattern pieces by using the arrangement points, you will be able to use the auto sew function here to sew your pattern together. I'm going to simulate to check, and then I can go forward with this and edit as I normally would and change the fabrics.